Okay, so I've seen this post a few times in different forums and things, web design forums and stuff, and it's about renaming image files specifically, but also folders and stuff, bulk renaming them because as web designers, a lot of times we'll just get a big folder with hundreds or even thousands of different images, and we need to categorize those and then rename them so that they make sense in the way that we want them to, and also potentially to make sense for search engines. So specifically, this is about doing this on a Mac, and which I've used for several years. And I used to have some special software that would do this, and there's another, I guess, software that's on Windows, which I haven't used in many years, but called Ant Renamer, which I think does similar things. So I'm just going to take you through. So here I have a bunch of images, say from a client, a bunch of hot tub stuff, and I want to rename some of these and categorize them. So first what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a folder really fast, and just name it whatever, and I'm just going to grab some of these. I'm just going to kind of grab some random ones, and then we're just going to pull them into here. Okay, so now I've got all these. They got a bunch of different names and everything else on them. So now let's go ahead and rename them. The first thing I'm going to do is select which ones I want to rename. And I'm just going to select some that have people in them. Just right click here. We're just going to hit this, rename 6 items. And you'll see we have a few different options here. So we can see we can either replace text, add text, or format. In this case, I'm just going to format because that's the best fit for me. And the possibilities here are I can have a name and index, a name and a counter, or a name and a date. And I think the index is just fine. We could do name and counter as well, but I'm going to do a name and an index, and I want these to be person in hot tub, and then I'm going to do a dash. And you can see that this is what they're going to show up as. And I'm going to start the counter at 1, but let's say I already had 3 of these, then I'm going to start the counter at 4, which I'm going to put after the name. I could also put it before the name. I'm going to rename those. So suddenly I have person in hot tub 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are renamed. And then let's just look at a replacement. Let's say that I have a couple of these, and I want to rename those 3. But this time I just want to replace some of the text. Instead of the person, I'm going to replace it with a woman in a hot tub and rename those. Oh, but I don't want that counter. Okay, rename again. This time I'm going to do the format, and this time I'll just do the name and counter, and instead of the person, I already have the woman in hot tub there, so I'm actually just going to leave that part, right? And oh, well, my counter's got all these zeros. Oh, I don't want that. Never mind the counter. Let's go with the index, and we're just going to say replace that now, but this time we're just going to start it with the 1. So that's how you can bulk rename files. I've done hundreds of them. It will also rename folders. I can't think of anything I was missing from the other renaming tools that I used previously. It has worked for the last few years. So I hope it's helpful.